You know what's truly powerful? When someone stops arguing, stops explaining, and simply walks away. Because silence, in the right moment, speaks louder than any words ever could. You can feel that silence, can't you? It's not weakness, it's control. It's that quiet confidence that says, I don't need to fight for what's already mine. We live in a world that glorifies reaction. Everyone wants to be heard, to have the last word, to make their point land. But the truth is, when you master the art of walking away, you're not losing. You're reclaiming your peace. You're shifting the entire power dynamic without lifting a finger. Silence is emotional intelligence at its highest form. Psychologically, silence triggers discomfort. People expect a reaction. They expect noise. So when you give them nothing, no anger, no defense, no attention, it unsettles them. According to the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology, unpredictability creates mental tension. When someone can't predict your response, they lose control of the emotional dynamic. That's the hidden power of walking away. It confuses the manipulator and empowers you. But it's not just about others. Walking away changes you. It teaches self-control, discipline, and self-worth. You stop giving away your energy to things that don't grow you. You stop trying to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. And you begin to realize that silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. Let's be honest. Most people stay too long in situations that drain them. They stay because they want to be understood, or because they're afraid of being seen as the one who gave up. But walking away isn't giving up. It's choosing peace over chaos, clarity over confusion. It's saying, I'd rather be alone with truth than surrounded by lies. Psychologists call this emotional detachment, a healthy coping mechanism where you protect your boundaries without shutting down your empathy. It's not about being cold or heartless. It's about knowing your limits. The moment you realize that your peace matters more than being right, you start to evolve emotionally. Here's what most people never understand. Silence has gravity. It pulls people in. When you argue, your energy scatters. When you stay silent, it gathers. That's why silence feels heavy. It carries meaning without words. It forces others to sit with their actions. Sometimes, silence is the loudest, I'm done, you'll ever say. There's a psychological phenomenon called emotional contrast. It means people only realize your value when your energy is gone. When you stop showing up, stop texting first, stop reacting, the void becomes noticeable. They start to miss your presence, your calm, your light. But by then, your silence has already taught them the lesson words never could. Think about this. When was the last time you truly walked away from something toxic without explaining yourself? It's hard, isn't it? Because we're conditioned to believe that leaving makes us the bad person. But silence doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you're wise enough to not waste words where they won't matter. In relationships, this becomes even more powerful. When two people argue, both try to be understood, but often, both stop listening. Emotions take over, and reason disappears. But when one person decides to pause, to go quiet, to step away, something shifts. The emotional chaos begins to calm. That's the power of silence. It regulates not just you, but the entire situation. Harvard researchers found that during conflict, people who remain calm and use silence as a form of response experience lower stress hormone levels. Their decision-making stays intact. They can think clearly, act logically, and protect their emotional health. That's what walking away does. It lets your brain breathe. And that's why it's not weakness. It's wisdom. The person who can stay calm while others lose control isn't passive. They're powerful. Because it's easy to react, but it takes strength to rise above reaction. Silence also builds mystery. When you stop engaging, people start to wonder what's going on inside your head. they start to question their own behavior. That's the beauty of restraint. It forces reflection. You don't need to shout your worth. You show it by refusing to argue with those who never respected it. But let's make something clear. Walking away doesn't mean emotional detachment from life. It means emotional direction. You're choosing where your energy goes, and that's one of the most mature forms of self-love. When you walk away from what disrespects you, you're walking toward what aligns with you. There's a term in behavioral psychology called extinction response. When a person's manipulative or disrespectful behavior no longer gets a reaction, the behavior eventually stops. Silence starves toxicity. The moment you stop responding to negativity, it loses its source of energy. That's why silence wins every battle. It doesn't attack. It disarms. It doesn't destroy. It dissolves. It's the most peaceful form of power you can ever use. But here's something deeper. Silence doesn't just change others, it transforms you. You learn to listen, to observe, to understand yourself better. You stop being reactive and start being reflective. You begin to understand that peace isn't found by fixing chaos. It's found by stepping away from it. And yes, walking away hurts sometimes. It's not easy to leave something or someone you care about. But pain is temporary, peace is permanent. And if silence is the bridge that takes you there, then it's worth walking alone for a while. You'll start noticing something magical. Your life will feel lighter. Your thoughts will get clearer. You'll attract calmer energy, more grounded people, and situations that don't demand constant defense. Because silence attracts what noise repels: stability, respect, and authenticity. And here's what truly happens when you walk away. You grow. You evolve. You stop chasing closure because you realize closure isn't something they give you. It's something you create when you choose yourself. That's the silent revolution. The moment you stop needing external validation to feel enough. There's a powerful line in psychology. You can't heal in the same environment that broke you. Walking away is that healing. It's choosing to stop touching the wound so it can finally close. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, pull you into their storm, or question your worth, take a deep breath. Don't react. Don't explain. Just walk away. Let silence do the talking. Because at the end of the day, silence isn't the absence of words. It's the presence of strength. It's the sound of someone who finally understands that peace is louder than drama, that dignity is greater than validation, and that walking away is sometimes the only way forward. That's the hidden power of walking away. It's not about leaving others behind. It's about returning home to yourself.